I'm going to tell you how I increased my salary by 20K by transitioning into clinical research. Hello girlies and gents, welcome back to my YouTube. My name is Dom, aka the Clinical Research Girlie, and today we're going to be talking about everything clinical research, and I'm going to explain to you guys my journey within pivoting into clinical research and ideally how I did that and just the benefits of working in this career. I've received a lot of requests on this, so that's why I'm posting it here, and I've been posting a lot about my journey in clinical research to TikTok. But with that ban coming soon, I am transitioning over to YouTube and Instagram, so be sure to subscribe to this page and follow my Instagram to stay up to date with just day-to-day content about clinical research, mentorship, different opportunities that will become available to you on your journey within moving into clinical research, or just if you want to just immerse yourself in lifestyle content that is based around career, wellness, faith, and lifestyle. I have to start off by saying that as of right now within clinical research, I work as a clinical trials associate. I work in the therapeutic area of oncology. I work for a CRO company that's a clinical research organization. My journey to get in here, I went through some steps, and honestly, I got to this position pretty fast, and that's why I always help individuals and just come up with strategic ways to not only help them get into clinical research, but just giving them tips and advice and mentorship on how to move up and maneuver in the career. So I started off by going to school. I went to Albany State University. It's a HBCU college, and I actually started off with a nursing degree. I realized that nursing was not for me, and I knew about clinical research even when I was in high school because my aunt worked in clinical research her whole life, and I just seen her and what she did. And she was a clinical research associate while I was in middle school and high school, and what I noticed is that she was always traveling. She was gone 3 to 4 times a week, and it's not like she was traveling state to state. She was traveling to different countries. She was traveling to Africa, Egypt, all these places for work. And I was just like, girl, what do you do? And so when I would go in there, because she worked from home too, I just never understood what the heck she was doing. She was always on the computer, and I felt like that wasn't for me, but I also wasn't opposed to exploring clinical research. But I was so adamant of becoming a nurse. But when I went to college, I then soon realized I don't think that this is a career for me. So I changed my major to health and human performance. And with health and human performance, it's a science degree, it's health related field, but ideally this major is for individuals that want to go into physical therapy, athletic training, occupational therapy, want to become an athletic trainer, just things like that. For a time I thought I was going to be an athletic trainer or a physical therapist, and I soon realized I didn't want to do that either. So I then was okay, I think I want to do clinical research because I started to learn more about the career and the day-to-day task, and I started to realize that's more fitting to who I am as an individual regarding the flexibility and the contributions that this field has to healthcare. And so I immediately, not immediately, but once I graduated, I submitted my application to multiple clinical research companies, and I got denied by every single one. And I was just what is going on? Because I literally have my bachelor's degree. Why am I not getting accepted by these companies? So I did some digging, and I just really put myself and immersed myself in understanding the qualifications and the requirements to transition over to clinical research. And so what I did was I did a lot of different self-training courses, and then I also joined an organization of just ensuring that I'm networking with professionals and receiving mentorship. I actually got a mentor as well. I received resume reviews. And another pivotal thing that I did is I went and I received my CCMA certification, my Certified Clinical Medical Assistant certification as a medical assistant. It was a 3 months training course that I did. And within this certification, it allowed me to work in healthcare, because at the time where I was submitting my applications, I was not working in healthcare. I was working in hospitality as a manager and a bartender. And so once I received my certification, I then worked in a ENT specialty doctor's office, and this is where I was able to obtain my clinical skill sets. So the things that I assisted with and did at my time at the doctor's office was I assisted physicians, PAs, audiologists, speech pathologists. I did medical procedures. I assisted with outpatient surgeries, vital intake, phlebotomy, vitals, like just a lot of clinical skill sets that allowed me to work with patients and just immerse myself in these in healthcare. And so a lot of those skill sets that I had were very transferable over to clinical research, right? But it was specific to the research assistant role, and that's very important. If you want to transition to clinical research, you have to be able to see what your current transferable skill sets are to the role that's fitting in clinical research, right? So that's what I did. I took all of my transferable skill sets and I highlighted them appropriately on my resume so that they could stand out to the positions that I was applying to, which is research assistant. I then received a position at a research site as a research assistant, and I then became further, as I was working at the site, like a junior CRC as well. So at the site level, this is where I learned a lot about clinical research and where I was able to gain my experience. I worked in the lab. I did lab processing, patient intake that helped with informed consent. I helped with the day-to-day visits that the patients or subjects, we call them subjects in clinical research, I help with that. And it was just so fun. Like, I learned so much. It was just really fun. And after, you know, some time with working there, after I knew like I had a good enough experience to move on, I then applied to different companies. I wanted to move on to the clinical research organization level, which is now where I work, and I received the position that I am in now. Like I said, as a clinical trials associate, working in the therapeutic area of oncology, which I'm so excited about because I wanted to work in oncology. And so with my current position, it's more administrative, but I get to see the full spectrum of the study on like the project development side, management side. There's so many moving parts to clinical research, so I'm able to see and just to work alongside data management, project management, site contracts, regulatory, site operations or site management, feasibility, just all the different types of departments I'm working alongside them. So I'm able to see how ideally the study is kind of put together from the management piece and being the liaison between the pharmaceutical company, biotech companies, and the site, right? So we do a lot of managing of the sites and working with the client, which is the sponsor and biopharmaceutical companies, to ensure that the studies are being run properly against GCP standards, different standard operating procedures and things like that. So that is my journey, just a little synopsis. I could go on and on and on, but I wanted to go ahead and get this video recorded for you all, for the ones that were asking. Whatever else you want me to discuss pertaining to clinical research, comment that down below, because it's everything clinical research. I'm here to assist you on your journey, provide advice and resources. So don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.